What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Lil Man the Snapstar, back at it again with another military Air Force related video. As y'all can see in the title, man, we got what to expect at MEPS / my MEPS experience. So I'm gonna give y'all my little experience plus what to expect if y'all are planning on joining. It doesn't matter what branch you're going to. Well, I'm gonna say it depends, but without any other extra questions or any other further extra talking, like I always say, let's get into the video. So if you don't know what MEPS is the military entrance processing station, aka MEPS. You already know how that goes. So if you trying to join the military, you would have to go through this no matter what. So there's like, it's a 2-day, maybe a day, it depends. But like the typical rundown of MEPS is like, you go to take the ASVAB. Let's say you go to MEPS on Tuesday. So let's say like Monday, you would go down to the MEPS station to take the ASVAB if you haven't took it, because that's what I had. I took it at the MEPS station. But you go that Monday, take the ASVAB. Of course, if you pass, you go to the hotel that night, stay the night there, wake up the next morning at a 4 a.m. wake up call. Then you go to you actually go to MEPS. Like, first of all, let me break it down again. You go wake up at 4 o'clock that Tuesday morning. If you went on Monday, if you was going, Tuesday, whatever. You go that Tuesday morning at 4 o'clock. You get up about 4:30. Got to be downstairs, to meet, to basically check in with the bus driver or whoever's like the head of the thing down there, but also check out of the hotel room. And on top of that, you get a free breakfast. I think at the Columbus MEPS, breakfast started at 4:45. I want to say, because we had to be gone by 5:30. Because we had to be at MEPS at 5:45. Excuse me. And I drove, so it was like it was like a 15-minute drive from the hotel, which I thought it didn't make sense because we had like plenty hotels like literally next door to MEPS. But anyway. So after you get to MEPS, like it was like we had to be there at 5:45, like a top general, not general, but like, the head honcho or whatever, gonna come out. He's gonna brief you about what's about to go in, because you gotta do this. It's like TSA. You gotta go through the security. They gonna say all this, like, you got any knives? You got this? You got that? You got that? And all that. They gonna ask you. Also, they gonna ask whoever's shipping that day to come to the front of the line. It should be like 2 lines. It's gonna be like, they go like line up in 2 lines. So you just basically line up. And if you like, hey, if you're shipping today, move to the front. Or if you're shipping, get in this line. If you're not, get in that line. Or just, whatever they decide to tell you to do. We didn't have nobody ship the day I went, because I guess it wasn't a ship day. But anyway, after that, you go in, you go through the little security, take shoes off, all that, go get your name tag. You got to check in with your liaison or your, of your branch. So if you're going to Air Force, go to the Air Force office, get your name tag. Then of course, you got to go check in at the front desk, and they're going to like tell you, all right, go here, you go there, and all that. And then you're going to have to get another briefing. Like, it's really just briefings the whole, like the first 45 minutes to an hour. So you're going to go into like, well, I'm just going to base it off Columbus MEPS. We went into the cafeteria, sat down. I think, there's like Air Force over here. They like kind of like separated us in a way. And we just looked at a video and they talked. Do we have any questions? This and that. Okay, when I call your name, or what I'm saying, you're gonna send you to the back. And it's like how we started cattling out to go to medical. Then once you get to medical, then that's when it gets like the long process of like, what the fuck. So the process with like the medical, you're gonna get your ears checked, you're gonna do eyes, you're gonna do hearing. Did I say ears? Yeah. Ears, eyes, you take a drug test. Make sure when you go to breakfast that you drink a lot of water so you can use the bathroom, because it's gonna be, I hope you can hold your urine, because it's gonna be a while before you take the drug test. But I know the first thing you do is go get you get your blood check, not blood, but your blood pressure, all that. And you also gotta do a briefing about that too. So it's like you get your blood checked, then of course you got the duck walk. You're gonna be in a room with the guys. Think we had to wait till like 12 people came in there. Mind you guys, you're in there with, your sex, and I was in there with boxers, no socks on. It's cold as hell in there. Everybody, all the dudes in there is just like, you know, you walk in, you might be the first one to walk in, so it's like, oh, it's just me. They be like, take your clothes, you know, take your clothes off, strip down. Then you got 2 more dudes might come in. So say if you like the last person to come in, you walk into a room full of dudes that's just half naked. Like, it's crazy. But that's only to do the duck wall, get checked out, check your joints and bones and all that, get your height, get your your MEPS height, MEPS weight, all that good stuff. And then you go to like a one-on-one with the doctor. He's gonna make you turn your head and cough, check your anal side and all that. Now with the females, I can't tell you because I don't know, but I'm pretty sure they probably check your breasts, maybe do a pap smear or something like that. Make sure you're not pregnant, because when you take your urine test and all that, with your drug test, you're gonna get tested for pregnancy. So yeah, so if I'd advise y'all, like, guys, to wear boxer briefs, so your shit won't be, you know, because you don't want your shit hanging out or pop out on accident or something like that. And females, you can't really wear no thongs, no, you know, I think it's no thongs, G-strings, and nothing like that sexy shit y'all be wearing in the bedroom. Y'all can't wear those. I ain't gonna say y'all gotta wear granny panties, but it gotta cover your cheeks at least, so it won't look, you know, provocative, because this is like a military installation / you know, business. So like, come on there with like business casual panties. I know that doesn't make sense, but yeah, like, and then after you do all that, you know, if you pass that part, then basically you pass MEPS. If you pass the physical part, and then you're gonna go back to your liaison office, where you're gonna check out of medical, then check in the front desk to let them know you're done with medical. Then they're gonna send you back to your office, your branch's office, and they're gonna tell you what you need to do next. Then you're gonna basically be sitting around waiting. I think about between 12 and 2 o'clock. That's when you get like a box lunch or a sack lunch or whatever they give you. It's gonna be like a sub sandwich, some chips, cookies, an apple, a fruit, you know, some juice or whatever. Well, we had water. I had a Subway ham sandwich. Didn't even really eat the chips and just drank the water for real. But when I went to MEPS this last time, of course, when I swore in, like, my roommate was cool at the hotel. Like, he was chill. You know, he was going to he was doing the physical to go to the Army. He had to get waivers like I had to get. And like, he's pretty chill. We talked, you know, most of the night. And then shit, we just KO'd, woke up, ate breakfast, and then, you know, I was like, hey bro, I'll catch you later. If I see you, you know, in MEPS, I see how things going. If not, man, nice to meet you. Dapped it up, I'm gone. So anyway, after you like get to like after you leave your liaison's office, you're gonna be sitting and waiting till they like call you back for your interview. And your interview is like, it ain't to pick your job or whatever the case may be. It's like they're going over like the little paperwork that you gave your recruiter about the, like, your but your references. Like when you filled out that big long ass application about you went to school here, you need a reference for that and all this other stuff. And like, damn, just thinking about it, I gotta get my recruiter. Damn, we do that Tuesday. But anyway, so yeah, like, you gotta do like that type of stuff, and they do your fingerprints. Make sure you get like, I had to like put like my, you know, my beneficiaries and stuff like that. You basically like doing your initial paperwork, like, hey, you know, like, I want this much percent to go to this person, like all that stuff. Make sure you got all the addresses on your paperwork is spelled correctly, all that, because it can't be no close to, or it sound like, or I think it is. Like, no, it has to be the exact spelling, the exact person. All this shit gotta like flow. And then after that, you know, you do your fingerprint for your background check. After I did the fingerprint, I went to my liaison's office, and where that's where I did my job selection. Like, I wasn't supposed to pick a job that day, but one of the counselors was like, do you want to see what jobs, you know, she said, did you want to choose a job today? I was like, I do, but not. I was like, you know what? I got a list that I already wrote down of what I want. So what I like to have or whatever, but yeah, I would like to see what I qualify for. So I went, you know, she pulled up my list. I think I qualified for like 16 to 20 jobs, and I had to go and take a valve salve test where they like, you gotta squeeze your nose and make your ears pop, and then you gotta make sure you can unclog them. That was something for the Air Force. I had to take the read aloud for the Air Force and depth perception for the Air Force. I think the Air Force is the only ones that, and I want to say the color vision test, but I think everybody does that. But so if you're joining the Air Force, those 3 tests I just named is the ones that, you know, that separates y'all from the Army and stuff like that. So yeah, I did all those, passed that, came back, and then, you know, if you pass those or do good or do well, you get more job opportunities. Cause I seen on there that I could have became it was a linguist or something like that, for Intel. I'm like, that's a top secret ass job. But I was like, I don't even speak no fluent nothing besides English, so I didn't understand how I got that, you know, was qualified for that. But anyway, most of the jobs that I qualified because was more general and admin and a couple mechanical, but the mechanical was more or less like with dealing with computers and stuff. Like, it wasn't nothing to like, oh, I'm about to go out here and fix a car or fix an airplane and nothing like that, because of my job scores outside of the AFQTs. So I was like, shit, I'm good. So anyway, after you do that, you know, you get your fingerprints done, you go check out, then you go back to your liaison office. That's when I was like, hey, yeah, you know what, I would like to see what I qualify for, because my recruiter sent me my job list off her, whatever she pulled up, and I sat in the MEPS hotel, like in where they be playing the video games and stuff, and I was writing my job list down, sent it to her and told her what I want. She was like, okay, you know, they offered me security forces fresh out the gate. I could have left next Tuesday morning. Like, matter of fact, tomorrow, yeah, the 21st. So I could have been going to BMT Tuesday, this coming up Tuesday on the 21st of February. But I was like, no, that's too soon. Then they had another slot opening February 28th for the same jobs and some, like, I think it was like ground, like, I guess I could have been working for like the city, like laying pavement and stuff like that. And I was like, no. Outside of the, you know, military, that'd probably be a dope ass job because I see them on the highway and stuff. But I'm like, no, that's not what I like to do or would want to do. It was something that seemed interesting, but I don't see myself just like, oh yeah, I'm going head straight with this one. Like, no. But anyway, after that, after I was like, she pulled up the job list, and I was like, I told her like my main job, like my first job was this, like physical medicine was basically could be a physical therapist assistant in the Air Force. But of course, all the medical jobs is gonna be hard to get. Like, it seemed like they shouldn't even just like, I don't know why, but all the medical jobs was like full. And he like, so I was talking to one counselor that I went to her boss, and then he was like, you know, just come over here with me. I can help you out. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm like, man, I told him, I was like, I had medical material, which is like basically what my job is, but it's just dealing with medical stuff, like I guess syringes and, you know, anything medical that you need in the office or whatever, like anything medical. You already know, like that I can't even say the little shit to check your heart, all that little stuff. So he was like, yeah, that's full. Then I was like, well, the job that I got now was my first choice. Like, before I knew I qualified for, you know, physical medicine. So basically I technically got my first job choice, and he said, yeah, he's like, I said, well, I take material management if they have it. So if they didn't have it, I was like, okay, what am I gonna do? So my plan was the top 5 jobs that I qualified for was what I was gonna choose. Like, all right, these top 5, like if they offer me any of these 5, I'm taking them. And that was it. Like, I don't give a damn. I'm taking it in the discussion because this is like, I will do these shits. But anyway, so I was like, yeah, let's look up material management. He's like, oh, he called his boss. He was like, hey, what about material management? We got an opening for that. He was like, yeah, we got one opening. It's like, I think it was like 1 slot, maybe 2 slots. And he was like, yeah, it leaves April 11th. I was like, give me that shit. And now I end up like, I signed my DEP contract, but then he was like, you don't even got to worry about that. Signed the 6-year contract right there in the office, shook that man's hand, and I have booked my job and all that. But before you even book your job, you also you go back to this classroom where you get a briefing about the oath and what's about to go on. And we had to sit in the classroom for that. That took about maybe 10 minutes at the most, maybe 15. Then after that, we got up. They took us to the actual ceremony room, showed us how to stand at attention, how to, you know, parade rest, repeat the oath, like just to let us know what was going on. And then we sit in there for like 10 minutes, maybe not even that long, laughing and talking about just talking amongst ourselves. Then the captain walked. No, was it? No, he was a captain. I think he was a second lieutenant. I want to say, or first lieutenant. I don't know. I can't remember the Army. Well, I think all the officer ranks are the same. Excuse me. But anyway, he come in, brief us on what we was already briefed on. Did our swearing. Then after we swore in, that's when I went to go back to my liaison. You go back to your liaison's office, you pick your job or whatever, or book something, and then you go from there. Like with the Air Force, you could book your job. I think you can book your job at your recruiter station too, as well. So got that after I swore in, went and got my job and stuff like that. And like literally that fast, and the thing is, it's an all-day event. It's all day. But the only reason why I gave y'all the last about the swearing in and going to the fingerprints, because I already did the physical and all that before. So I didn't have, only thing I had to do this time was swear in. Like my physical was still good from 2 years ago. And one of the the lady, the counselor that I was talking to at first told me like you better pick a job or hurry up and pick a job or whatever, because your physical expires in August, and you could be waiting and you might. I said, so what would happen if I don't pick a job by August? She was like, oh, you just have to come back to MEPS and do the whole physical all over again. I said, oh hell no. I don't even want to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning to do this shit all over again. Like, it is a long ass process. So you can have your phone only in the lobby, or if the Columbus MEPS had a USO. So I was in the USO like in a chair sleep, and like I was asleep, like that was it. So like it's a long ass process for sure, like for real. So I advise you to bring a charger, headphones, and just chill. You can talk, but it's like, just don't get too outrageous with it. But you can talk in the lobby. But when you in the back doing the medical and shit, like I recommend you not to talk. But if you're gonna talk, like talk amongst yourselves. Don't be all loud, because you'll find out real fast that these people like don't really play like that. And it's like, I don't know if it's like to scare you, but I don't know. But most of these people that's there either was in the military or so they know what it is. So yeah, so if you like what you saw and you like what you heard, like what you saw, leave a like, comment, subscribe if you're new, and I'm gonna keep dropping these Air Force related videos. I think the next video I might drop is about I guess a console, because I did that before too in the waiver process. But yeah, be on the lookout for those, and I'm still in the process of like trying to move and all that, because April 11th is gonna come real fast. But anyway, STARLifeTV, we out. Yeah.